peace that surpasses all understanding. Well, I'm at work, and we just got, I specifically just got an email from the administrator that this over the past week, 2 weeks, they've had at the entrances, all the employee entrances, registration forms for um, vaccinations. And as I'd mentioned in previous videos, previous shares here, that they've already made it abundantly clear what will happen, that they reserve the right to release you, to let you go if you refuse the vaccine. And then on the registration forms to register for the vaccine, attached to that is all of the state offered, state and federal offered information on the flu and the vaccine. Now, and it states clearly right on there, it goes into all the science of vaccines and the benefits. They state a lot of the benefits. They don't state many of the cons of receiving the vaccine, which is interesting on its own. But there was two things that really stood out in that disclosure letter from the state, that the FDA has not approved the COVID-19 vaccine. They have not approved it, and it's in bold letters. I have it at home. Maybe I can take a picture and upload it or share that with you guys at a later date. But it says right on there that it has not been approved by the FDA, and it's the choice of every individual to accept or to refuse or decline. I can't remember the exact verbiage, but it right there, man, it is not approved. But under the circumstances, the emergency nature of the pandemic, that it's going to be allowed. And I remember it was in quotations, it would be allowed, but it is definitely not approved by the FDA, and that it was a matter of individual choice. You have a choice, I have a choice. Now, the state is already considering mandating in New Hampshire. I know they've already attempted, if not succeeded, to mandate it in Massachusetts. I remember speaking about that last week. Long story short, the vaccines are here, and we have a date for vaccines being administered, which is January 4th. And my email from the administrator of my employer basically said, we have not received your vaccination consent form, and we need a response. So that's what I'm sitting with right in the moment. Sometimes our lives come down to a decision. Sometimes we have a clear idea. When I don't know, buying a house, that's a clear decision. It's life changing. Getting married, You know, there's these big choices in your life and you see them coming, and you know, you know they're going to be life changing, and there's times where you have to make a choice, and you have to make a choice from a point of your own character, your own integrity, your own ethics and morals, um, what you believe to be right, even if it goes against the the collective. And I got the email, I don't know, about an hour ago. So at some point, you know, either today or tomorrow, I'm working today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. But it was funny too, because in the email, you know, this is not to pressure you, quote, I'm quoting, this is not to pressure you to get the vaccine. However, we need a response. No, I don't feel pressured at all. I don't feel pressured at all, knowing that you've already stated that if I refuse, I'll be let go. I don't feel pressured at all. Coffee's really good today. So, with that being said, I'm gonna sit with this. I'm gonna sit with this discomfort. It gives me a sour feeling in my stomach. It's not the coffee. It gives me a little bit of a lump in my throat. Sometimes you got to walk through a door, and you don't know what's on the other side. And you know, I have enough. I have enough experience working from a place within my own integrity and my own intuition about things. And when typically when I follow my intuition doesn't mislead me. Which is kind of funny, because there's so many people in religions that say that the heart is treacherous. You know, well, why would they tell us that? But I will say, truly, sincerely, from my integrity, every time I follow my integrity and my intuition, rarely, if ever, have I been misled by that. If it looks like a duck and smells like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a duck, you know, and you get that feeling in your gut and you go, all right. So I don't know, you know, I'm going to go back into work, and I don't need to make a decision or sit down with a piece of paper right at the moment. But that's where I'm at right now in this moment, and I wish you all peace that surpasses all understanding, and that you make the decision that you feel is within your own integrity.